Welcome again, everyone, to the Internet Citadel Show. As you can see, we're changing our look and our name very, very soon to the Celebrity Creators. So from a very soon point forward, we will be calling this the Celebrity Creators Show. Kathy and I are very excited about this. We are rebranding our entire business, if you will, that includes this show. I've been working feverishly of late to get that done. There are a lot of things to change, but we are very, very excited. And it is actually a focus of tonight's subject because what we do on a day-to-day or week-to-week, I should say, basis on this show is bring you live value via typically through interviewing other entrepreneurs and getting incredible value, not only for you, our viewers and guests, but also it's providing a ton of value for Kathy and I, and something we never expected. But what we are here to do tonight is to show you to do exactly what we do. So give you some tips and hints on how to get started producing, maintaining, and shooting your own live video program. But before we dive into the juicy stuff, well, actually this is pretty juicy too. What I want to do is introduce you all to my wonderful friend and co-host and co-creator of this show, business partner. There's a lot of titles, I could go on and on. Kathy Stover right here to my left. Kathy has been an operations manager and sales manager with a Fortune 500 company for over 25 years. That is a lot of experience, a lot of quality experience. She is a woman of incredible integrity and incredible talent, which are two of the primary reasons that she was attractive to me to become my business partner. I hope that came out right. But very, very talented and has all of the, very well grounded, has all the qualities that I look for in another person to do a joint venture with. And we've been doing this for what now, Kathy? Nearly a year, right? And it just keeps getting better and better and better. And we have a solid relationship. We're not just business partners. We're also very close friends. Anyway, she's also got network marketing experience, which is also called MLM, or multi-level marketing experience, dating back to the mid-90s. 80s, I'm sorry, mid-80s.
No, that's okay.
Another decade, no. But where she really, really shines is she's also been an affiliate marketer going back to the mid-90s. She's very, very prominent in network marketing, but she really shined in affiliate marketing. That's online marketing of other people's services or goods on the internet. And what I like to affectionately call her is the affiliate marketing queen, because this woman can sell nearly anything to nearly anyone on the internet. And I mean it. She is that talented, very talented. She is also a very highly successful social media coach. She has several clients right now, has given them the means to expand their business strictly through her efforts. She has put their businesses on the map. And in one case, literally put them on the map. She had folks searching cell phones, their smartphones, to find out where this one or where a business in a particular genre was located, and they kept seeing the business that Kathy put out there on all of her advertising and social media avenues, and their business skyrocketed that very day, on the same day. Incredible. Very good. She's also a budding speaker with yours truly. We're going to physically hit the stage very soon, hopefully early next year, and start going on a speaker circuit. And she's also, it gets better. It just keeps getting better. I could go on all night about this, but she's got a designation on her wall, and I've seen it. I've been to her office, power seller, which was given to her by eBay. That's a very difficult designation to get to, at least in my mind. I'm not that talented on eBay. She is supremely talented on eBay. In fact, she teaches a course on eBay. She's also got another certificate, which I feel is even more higher esteemed, which is a top-rated seller on eBay. And to become a top-rated seller, you must understand that rating that she achieved is given not by eBay, but by those who have done business with her on eBay, those who have purchased her products. So very, very highly esteemed individual, high integrity, as I said earlier, highly talented. I want you all to meet my wonderful business partner and very dear friend, Kathy Stover. How are you doing tonight, Kathy?
Oh my. Here, let me put my. You always are over the top with your introductions of me, but now it's my turn because I get to tell everybody about you. I spend every Tuesday night and every day on the phone but every Tuesday night sharing this wonderful platform with you. And it's all because of your brilliance in putting this technology together, along with over 23 years of software experience. Brian's software experience has not only given him the opportunity to have an outside job with a company, and I can't tell you who it is because he told me once if I asked too many questions, he was going to have to shoot me and put me out of my misery or something. I don't know. But at any rate, he has utilized that talent in a multitude of ways by putting together our sites, our websites that you've seen, and some of the other things that we do. In addition to that, Brian was talking about multi-level marketing and network marketing experience that I have. He has done the same thing and been very successful as well. And yes, indeed, we did meet through a company that was involved with multi-level marketing about three and a half, 4 years ago. And part of that experience that he brought to that program came from his knowledge, and was also involved as a part owner of a travel-based MLM for 6.5 years. He was talking about being a budding speaker, and in all actuality, our home offices are a speaking platform. So I kind of feel like we're already there, Brian. But yes, we are going to be out on the road with the help of a mentor and going to be speaking as well. But Brian brings many, many talents to this. Affiliate marketing as well. He was talking about me. He's been very monetarily successful over the past couple of years in working with some affiliate programs that he promoted as well. So Brian, I just want to tell you it's a great honor to share the show with you each week. I'm excited about celebrity creators. I'm excited about, I love the new logo, how you put that and our names and everything together. Absolutely brilliant. And we're going to be talking about some of those things together tonight. And I'm ready for you to take it away. Thanks again.
Oh, thank you, Kathy. And, you know, folks out there might think we're getting a little over the top and gushy and mushy and all that stuff, but this is from the heart. Truly feel the way I feel about Kathy,
Absolutely.
what I just said. And it's a great partnership. And we have, and I got to put this in there, Kathy. We often get asked this question: are you two married? And our answer is always yes, just not to each other. We have very wonderful spouses who are with us every step of the way in this business. It couldn't get any better. This is just a wonderful situation. But let's move on to tonight's show, which, you know, we just finished what we could have coined an entire show right there. But tonight we wanted to talk about becoming a celebrity through internet television, which is exactly what we do on a week-to-week basis with this show. And what we want to do on this show is show you different ways, tips, tricks, and techniques that you can do the very same thing that we do. So we like to get into that and spark some creative juices in your minds and get you thinking about, you know, I've always wanted to do something like this in this niche or field, but I never knew how to get out there and brand myself. This is the real reason we started this show, was to help brand ourselves, to get our names out there, our faces out there, so that people would begin to know, like, and trust us. And that's the key to branding. And what we want to start off with is let you know that the big craze, and many of you already know this, the big craze out there is video via the internet, traditionally through avenues like YouTube, Vimeo, Easy Video Producer, hint, hint, wink, wink. There's a link down there that says GVO. An Easy Video Producer is what we use on this show for many different things, and we highly recommend it. That's why we say hint, hint, wink, wink, and we point down there and say click that link. It's a great resource. No ads. We won't go into the details of it. But the point of that, all that was to say that traditionally right now, what's really in are pre-recorded videos that you can play back at any time on YouTube and the other ones that we talked about. What we want to talk about with you tonight is to let you know that that's a great way to go, but we have something that we think is even better, right, Kathy?
Yes, and you know, Brian, I think that a lot of people, when they see a video show, they think, oh, I can go on Ustream or Justin TV or Livestream or whatever, not realizing how different we are from them, right? Because with those, you're seeing the individual on one side and the individual on the other side, right? But the way we have it put together is what you have coined and like to talk the Brady Bunch effect, where we can have several camera views at the same time. And to our knowledge, there's not anybody else out there that's doing it like that, or by putting the name like you've done for us and down below. But It is, you're right. It's very, very popular right now for people to be out there on video. And what a great way to promote yourself, your business, whether it be online or offline, by utilizing a video production similar to what we have. And that's actually what we're talking about.
Yeah, and the primary difference between what is all the rage now and what will very soon become the rage in the mainstream, in my opinion, and I believe, Kathy, you believe the same, is that it's going to go to live video, which is what we're doing right now. Now, perhaps you are seeing this in a recorded format because, of course, we record every live show that we do, but this is actually being recorded as we speak, sit, and talk. I said speak already, live on this show. And there is something different about watching something live versus something that was recorded before. It's just a little intangible, but there's a different energy factor that goes into it, and you're engaged live. In addition to that, you can set this up so that folks can interact with you also live through an interactive, what's called IM instant messaging chat window right next to your video window, which we have set up on our website as well. So you can make it interactive. You can ask questions, you can take polls, and you can control every aspect of your show. There's so many great things about this platform. I could go on, and we're going to get into certain ideas that will help you to spark your creative juices to think about, like, what could I do? You know, all I do is I do recipes. You know, for instance, right, Kathy? What could someone do with that?
Well, as far as, you know what I think, just real quick, Brian, what I want to do, I'm getting the feeling, talking about energy, I'm getting the feeling that there might be some folks out there that are wondering, like, okay, you're up on the screen, I'm watching you live. How easy is it to do this? And I just wanted to interject this real quick. If you've got a webcam, and it doesn't make any difference if it's on your laptop or if you've got a separate webcam like we have. What do we run in, Brian? Logitech's, what is it?
Webcam Pro 9000.
Pro 9000. So that's what we're utilizing. Does everybody have to have that webcam? Not necessarily, but I just wanted to say that if you've never done it before, the way I look at it, and you know, I consider myself pretty technically challenged, although I have a great mentor and teacher. You're seeing him here on the screen with me, and very patient as well. I've had to learn as we go in a lot of instances, but it is really easy. You put the darn thing in, plug it in, and boom, here you are. Now, of course, everything else that is put together in our packages, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later, is there so that it really is easy learning and very seamless. But with that being said, back to your question, Brian, sorry about that. I just thought about that real quick. I think what you were alluding to is an idea for somebody that might have a recipe blog. So the thoughts there are, you've got a recipe blog and you're sitting there and, you know, several times a week and maybe every day you are putting in a recipe to share with the folks that are coming into your blog, right? How cool would it be if you are actually interacting with the folks that are coming to your blog live, and maybe do it, we're just going to throw out there one day or one evening a week, and you are putting together a particular recipe that you've put on your blog to share with everybody else. And you have 1, 2, and perhaps 3 other individuals that are also bringing in recipes, and they're cooking live at the same time. So you're all whipping things together at the same time, showing the ingredients, much like you see on some of the Food Network channels on regular TV, and you're sharing what it is that you're doing and showing the end product. Now, Brian and I do our show in an hour, but Brian, what do you want to tell them about cost for time?
Oh, I love that topic. What does it cost for time? As many of you might be aware, to get airtime on a traditional television channel or station is incredibly costly. Kathy and I know this personally because we used to be involved in an infomercial company. Thousands and thousands of dollars just to get your message put up on a television. And we're talking about not even mainstream television, like, you know, the big channels like NBC, CBS. We're talking off channel or off station like cable, local cable television stations that, you know, for us home-based business entrepreneurs, the cost factor is key, and people like you and I can't afford to go on NBC and spend $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 for a 30-second slot. Same thing with local cable. It still costs money. Advertising anywhere costs money. With this
Oh
particular
yeah.
technology and platform, we are now live on internet television, and it is costing us for airtime a big fat zero, not a dime, right now to be streaming to you live on television on the internet. So there's also something that goes with that. Also, with televisions, you have very strict time constraints, say a 30-second advertisement or infomercial, commercial, what have you. 30-second wouldn't be an infomercial, it'd be a commercial. But you are stuck, you are limited by the time that you are given that you've paid for. With this type of technology, we could go an hour, we could go 2 hours, we could go 24 hours, literally, on the internet streaming nonstop for nothing. Nothing. Big, big, big market to get tapped into, to get into now, and get ahead of the game and start branding yourself using live internet television. It's unbelievable. We can't stress that enough.
Yeah, and so the reason I brought that up is, I mean, for the gal that's doing the blog recipe, or the guy, chef, whatever, you may not want to cook a whole chicken, in an hour and put it in. So you're doing what in the meantime? You might want to shoot some of the or have the stuff prepped and whatever, like I'm sure they do on the 30-minute shows. But you are not limited to any time if that be the case. So if you're whipping up a souffle or whatever, and I'm not even sure, I've never made one, so I'm not sure how long they take to bake. But at any rate, you don't have a time constraint, so that you can run past, run like you just said, an hour or 2 hours or whatever. So that's really a cool thing. And the other thing I think that's really wonderful about what it is that we provide is the fact that it's not just two individuals on a screen. We're talking that you can have several. So that's a real plus. And plus, we coach and show you how to do all that stuff. But Brian, why don't you tell them about some of the other ideas that we came up with for people that could have a show?
Yeah, in fact, we've talked about this primarily from a business standpoint. You don't necessarily have to be the Julia Childs of the internet and have your own recipe show. That's a great idea, though, and that was one of Kathy's. But another idea, if you're not thinking of so much doing this as a business, think of this one. Live stream your church services from your church. And that would come in very handy, especially if you have members in your congregation that are physically impaired, that cannot make it physically to the weekend services, for instance. They could actually watch live as the congregation prays for that individual's healing. How powerful would that be, to actually witness it live if you can't make it?
Amazing.
That's just one idea. There are many ideas, but that's one that would be a nonprofit, of course, type of approach. One more real quick is teaching. Educational programs. You could teach literally anything on the internet to anyone in the world live. And we didn't touch on that yet. In the world, right, Kathy? What can we do with that?
Absolutely.
Anybody in the world.
It's kind of funny. We talked about this before. When we get together and we start talking, our creative juices start flowing. And I actually just thought of something that I don't think that we've mentioned before, and it's right in front of us. When we first start the program, you see that little video clip, right? Well, Brian put that together, and that's a video clip where you see us, and it's telling about the show and all of that stuff. Well, check this out. You can do, and we teach you how to do this stuff, okay? You can do a little video clip, and let's say you want to make some extra money. If you're not monetizing, and we've got several ways to monetize our program, and we go through that once you're involved in our membership site and our program. But one of the ways that you can do it is have these little video clips and actually make them like a commercial. So let's say Bob, and Bob's got a product that he is promoting. Maybe you have Bob on the program with you, who knows, but you can do a little video clip commercial, if you will,
exactly,
promoting Bob's product, and Bob pays you to run that. Now, it can be run at the beginning of the program, where Brian has thrown that in, or at the end of the program that you'll see when we shut off. In fact, with time not being a limit, you can put it in anywhere. But I just wanted to interject that. I just thought about that. What another great way to bring in some extra revenue if you wanted to, or if you just want to help somebody out promote a product for them.
Or if you have yet another product that you wish to promote for yourself, it's your show. You can put it in anywhere. In fact, let's show them just a quick clip. I'm not going to do the whole thing this time because that's a long one. But it's very, very simple to put together. But we could be talking, you could be talking on your show, and you could do a segue into, we're going to take a small break. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsor, whatever you want to call it. And you can switch over to do something like this. We'll be right back. All right, didn't want to play that whole thing, but that goes on for about a minute and a half. You'd want to shorten that down to probably 30 seconds for attention span purposes, but we were doing a lot of testing. We've actually used that in a show probably in the very early goings of this program nearly a year ago. But that just gives you an idea. That was extremely simple to put together. We teach how to do that as well. It includes music, video, as you saw, words on the screen. It's very powerful, a very powerful advertising medium that you don't even have to sit in front of a camera for. Very simple to do. Just one sample. And so we're talking about, at this point, monetizing your show. Because yes, you want to brand yourself, but to be honest, it does cost money to get set up to do something like this. There's software involved, there's hardware involved. We have professional grade microphones that we're using. We have other things that go into this hardware-wise as well. So this is for a serious business person or someone that has some backing financially to get involved in this. It's not over the top exorbitant priced, but it does cost money, just to let you know that that is part of it. But as with any business, think about the alternative of spending all your money on advertising dollars. Are you going to put it on a commercial on television? Are you going to put it in yellow pages, which people don't read anymore? Are you going to put it in the classifieds on the newspaper, which people read most of their news online today? Where are you going to put your marketing dollars? One of the most important things Kathy and I feel to do is to brand yourself. And this, once you've got it set up, everything's in place, it's paid for now, and you can use it basically forever until technology outgrows it and you got to upgrade, which takes a while. But you can use this forever and never pay a dime. All you have to pay for maybe is your web hosting fee to keep it on a website. You don't even have to do that. We'll show you how you can do it for free without even using a website. You don't even need a website to do this, so of your own.
Well, you know, the other thing that's cool, Brian, is just think of the marketing advantage. You know, you and I have both been involved in multi-level marketing, network marketing in the past, and we both had very successful downlines. So think about the power. Just think about the power that we could have had and how we could have really built those downlines if we had a platform like this to use. And I mean, the thing about it is this, it's not just having the live video to be able to recruit and talk with people, but, you know, we have discussed before about product placement, and you kind of laugh when you're watching movies, you're even watching television, you see people have got soda pop and they've got cereal, and they're all name brands, and they're doing that because they're getting promotional kickbacks from the companies. Well, for yourself, if you have a product in the network marketing company that you're involved in, you could have a whole tray behind you or in front, or be talking about a particular product, whether it be a household thing, a health product, or a beauty product, and actually run your own infomercials, so to speak, and talk about what that is. You could even switch and have segments where you are talking to individuals about joining the program that you're involved in as well. And with that being said, you can even interdub, like Brian just did, that small video segment, and have some of that in there as well. So there are a lot of creative things that you can do with the program as we put it together. And that's something that we're going to share with you when you come on board with us. I
just can't imagine how powerful that would be for you to recruit folks into your respective network marketing business. It puts you just that step ahead of it and on top of everyone else, where if they're being approached by two different people, you being one of them, and you have this going on, this show, this live venue where you can talk and interchange and exchange ideas, answer questions live, who do you think they would go with if they had a choice between two? I think it would be a no-brainer. As long as you're approaching it with integrity and with ethics involved, they're going to go with you hands down every time. This, my goodness, if we had this available back then when we were heavy into network marketing.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, it's exciting stuff. More examples of different niches you can use this type of platform with. Internet marketing, that's a pretty obvious one right there. Like Kathy alluded to, a great idea is put it on your blog. If you have an internet marketing blog, put it on your blog. Embed the live video there. Health and wellness, there's a good one. You could have multiple cameras set up with different angles, and you could be performing different exercises, different techniques of lifting weights, of running, jogging, whatever that might be, and have your own health and wellness show that people could sign on to and watch. It goes on and on. What are some others, Kathy?
Well, you know, the other thing that one of the other examples that we had talked about and came up with was authors of books. You know, a couple of individuals that we've met over the past several months have talked about meetup groups. So, you know, and let me back up. You and I have both said that the internet is great. You know, you're down in Southern California, I'm in Northern California, but there's something to be said for really connecting face to face. This is great, but there needs to be a personal connection as well. So I'm not saying that meetup groups aren't great. They're phenomenal. But how cool would it be if you were an author or you were involved in a meetup group with other authors where you could get on the internet like this live and share not only with the people in your own neighborhood that you might be involved in with a meetup group, but like Brian said earlier, worldwide. And how fun to be able to connect with other authors of books in other countries. So the possibilities are endless, and it's something that, where you could share maybe a new publication or something that, you know, a book that you have in the works. But at any rate, bottom line is a place where you can gather, share live, and share information and new things that you've got coming out as well.
And like you mentioned, worldwide, we're not just saying that. We have had shows with an individual from Australia on our show live, another one with Canada, all over the United States. It literally can be done
in Canada.
Oh, pardon?
Actually, we've had a few in Canada.
Yeah, exactly. And so you can literally do this with anyone, anywhere in the globe, as long as, you know, they're willing to stay up at that time of hour, because they'll be in a different time zone. But you prearrange all that, and we show you how to do that too. Matter of fact, we show you from point A to point Z and every increment in between, step by step, exactly what to send to your prospective guests, if that's the type of show you're running. If you're going to have a guest on your show, which we highly recommend, by the way, it provides much more integrity-based value. You're not there like just talking about yourselves and pitching your own stuff. Yeah, granted, tonight, that is what we are doing. We're talking about what we have put together. At some point, you need to do that. But provide value, and a great way to provide value is to bring on other experts in your field, in your niche. It gives them exposure, and the fact that they are already well-versed in their niche, they have a following, and of course, they're going to want their following to see them live on television. That brings more exposure to you. So you see, it's a great win-win when you bring in other guests that have something to offer of value. Now, one thing that Kathy and I always try to shy away from is don't bring the guest on so that that guest can just sell their wares. Very important that you just don't make it an infomercial or a commercial. You want to provide value so that folks will come back time and again and watch your show for what value is being offered. There are times to allude to what that individual offers, and definitely you do that. We show you how to do that as well, but it's not like it's in your face. Hey, here's Johnny Doughboy, and he's got a great new product, and we want you to see it. Johnny, tell us all about your product and where people can buy it. We don't do that. We subtly bring it up during the show and offer them a way to explain it. And you'll see that. If you look at past shows, we have links up here. We've done quite a few of them. You'll be able to find the full-length videos in your membership area, but you can see snips of it, and you can understand and get an idea of how we handle that. But we'll show you that step by step as well.
You know, and another cool area, Brian, is music, and we've talked about this several times, but for budding musicians or musicians that are already out there. What a great place to be able to put yourself out there and have people come in and watch and just share your musical talent. It could be musicians, it could be artists. I mean, I thought about this the other day. What if it's an artist, somebody that paints and they're actually on painting a picture? There used to be a program on several years ago, and the guy would come on, and I think it was like on Sunday afternoons or something, and he would have his stuff sketched on the canvas, and then he would start painting and be talking and looking and doing that. But what a wonderful thing if somebody is teaching somebody else how to paint, what paint medium to use, if it's acrylic or oil, and, just mixing in different textures and techniques. So I thought that would be kind of great. And we talked about crafters, and, there's a lot of gals out there like our friend Dawn Doucette that makes beautiful handmade jewelry. So you could have a class and show that. So teaching, as you had mentioned, goes beyond just book learning and, just some of the typical things that you would think of as far as education goes, but also in a creative manner as well. So it's just absolutely endless, the things that you can do by having your own online show. And we show you how to do that and how to monetize that as well.
And that is a perfect time to mention what Kathy is so proficient in. So we'll paint the picture. Here you have a live show. You've got, let's say you have a website or a blog that you're going to put this live show on, and you're ready to go live. You hit the let's go live button. You start broadcasting. You're talking and you're saying, hey, how you doing? This is my show, blah, 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 blah. Where is everybody? Well, there's a key component, isn't it? You need to get an audience to come see your show. How do you do that?
Right.
We've thought of that as well. Not only thought of it, Kathy has broken the code, I like to say, of finding out exact ways to bring massive traffic and exposure to literally anything you're doing. Remember I told you earlier in the show, I hope it was this show, where people were getting on their smartphones and punching in looking for a particular, in this case, they were looking for a particular kind of food on a weekend. And because of the work Kathy did, just a day or two prior to that, they found this particular restaurant, her client, and their business was overflowing that entire day. She knows how to do this. She knows how to bring traffic not only to you, your website, but even to you physically if you have a brick and mortar. That blew my mind. When she told me about this, I was like, she's good. So we have that component completely in video form, and that is available for you as well. We teach you I told you, A through Z and everywhere in between, not just how to set up a microphone, how to set up your camera, lighting if you need it, sound, all that good stuff. Not just the technical aspects, but including the guest speakers and how you interact with them and how you set up, prearranged before the show, what you want to do with them, but also the marketing of your show itself. And that is through...
And you and I both know how important social media is right now. It's going to continue to be. It's not going away, folks. So it is an important part of putting your brand and who your business is out there to the masses. And like Brian said, it's not just me. We put together a program that actually takes you through that so that you're not here with everything that we've provided for you and you go, oh, great, how am I going to bring people to come in and watch me? And we have certainly crossed every T and dotted every I. We think, things have got to be perfected as they go. As a matter of fact, if you look back at some of our original shows, you'll be able to see how perfection moves forward.
Yes.
And with that being said, I would like to tell this. We are sitting in our own respective home offices. I said earlier that Brian's in Southern California and I'm in Northern California. That's the beauty of it. But we're also real. So, we might have a hair out of place or, be coughing or, whatever. But that's what makes it genuine for the people that are watching you. They know that you're just like them, and we're just like you. We're sitting at home, only we're bringing a platform to you with, I should say, the help of some phenomenal guests that we've had over the past several months. So anybody can do this. And Brian and I have just put together a solid program that shows you how you can do that and how you can make money doing that by promoting whatever it is that you're doing.
We are proof positive that anybody can do this because, we don't have any television background, which you probably can tell just by watching us right now. We're amateurs at this, but we can bring it to a point where you will look like an actual pro and a celebrity and come off in a professional manner. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. It was funny you were talking about a hair out of place. I was itching my nose right then and there to prove the point. But it just reminded me, remember when we had Jordan Goodman on our show? He's a financial expert. He's been on MSNBC, CBS, all over television. He came on our show, and he's sitting in his home office. And right during our broadcast, we see this white fluffy tail come bobbing by.
Yeah, it was like on.
He has this white cat that went across his lap, and it was just slowly bopping by. We just lost it. We were laughing. In fact, you can see that. You click on past shows, look for Gordon Goodman, and then a little bit later, here it comes again.
Barked a few times.
That was so funny. But we've had that's a good place to segue into. We've had some wonderful guests on this show. Gary Goldstein, who is a producer, a film producer, major film producer, Pretty Woman, Under Siege 2, and others. He was on our show talking about branding. We've had, help me out.
Libby Gill, who wrote the book Unstuck. And she was quite prominent in the film industry and down in Hollywood.
Yep, we've had Craig Duswalt, who does the Rockstar System for Success. In fact, we're going to be seeing him again real soon. Oh, goodness. We've had so many.
We had Paul Keach. He wrote a book recently, the marketing book, and I'm sorry, Paul, I don't have it in front of me. I cannot recall the name. But if you look at our past shows of Paul Keach, you're going to see he's a phenomenal marketing mentor, and his book is fantastic. And I'm sorry, that's part of doing it live, right? I'm having a brain fade, I said. Brain fade. So also Mary Agnes Antonopoulos, who is sexy, savvy. I'm not going to say anymore. You got to take a look at her. She's got an enormous client base and is a phenomenal blogger, ghostwriter, and does some great things as well.
We've had Spike Humor on our show several times. He's been the right-hand man to Jay Abram for years, who's an incredible prominent internet marketing presence on marketing in general. But Spike was basically the man behind the scenes pulling all the strings and getting it all done, and now he's branched out on his own. Talk about integrity. Talk about a guy solidly on the ground, and talk about, you remember his voice? That is like, it just, I can't stop thinking about it. He's like a James Earl Jones voice. Just watch that show just to listen to the guy. Incredible voice.
Oh, and another one. How about our friend and mentor, Linda P. Jones, who is just relaunching her program, and it is the Global Institute of Wealth for Women. She is a wealth advocate. She is a phenomenal lady. We've had her on a couple of times.
We are, at this point in time, we haven't had him on, but he's scheduled. Tom Antion, internet marketing expert, big internet marketing expert. He will be on. So here's one of the important things we haven't touched on yet. If you are going to do something that is similar to what Kathy and I are doing, which is in a niche of some kind of business, you want to find out where the live events are being held in your area, someplace you can get to relatively quickly, relatively inexpensively, at least at the beginning. And you want to participate in those and network with the folks that show up, because everyone else who's showing up there has similar interest as you, and you would be amazed at the people that show up. You have no idea who they are when you arrive. When you leave, you're like, oh my gosh, this is an international speaker. Jabez Lebret comes to mind. Jabez was a gentleman we met at a Craig Duswalt event. Jabez was, he just blew our minds. I couldn't believe it. And this guy taught us something that we will be forever grateful that we use to this day. If you want to know what that is, click on the past shows link and click on Jabez Lebret's show. You don't want to miss that.
Maurice Domino. Maurice.
Love him.
Amazing.
Mamma mia. I love that guy.
Yes, amazing speaker.
The Sicilian mentor.
Amazing teacher, mentor, and speaker. Yes. And I've got to throw in our friends Scott Tranter and Kim Tranter of thedinerwizard.com. They actually they're another one. They just launched the Association of American Diners, and they, what I love about them, Brian, and this is great for folks out there that might have a brick and mortar. These folks have a brick and mortar business that they've taken to the internet, where they have put together some programs like from people like James Malinchak, Craig Duswalt, Maurice Domino, some of those folks, and taken their information and actually put it as a viable business and association online. And so has Brian Satfari with his college program.
There's a success
story. Same thing, mentored, brick and mortar, brought it on. So it doesn't make any difference what type of business you have. You can utilize what we've got going and expand it.
Well, you're talking about the Tranters and all of the information they have consumed and are using. You forgot to mention the most important key to that whole puzzle, and that was Mrs. Kathy Stover, that you have provided them with incredible exposure through your social media prowess in getting them their name out there and in the forefronts of not only people's websites but on their cell phones. That was incredible. So we just let the cat out of the bag on that one, but you did a great job on that, and I know they're very thankful for that.
Thank you.
And I'm very impressed by it, by the way. So that's what we're saying. We show you step by step every bit of the way, but we want to emphasize it's very important. Go to these seminars and networking events. If you are going if you're looking for guest speakers, what a great way to quickly filter. You talk to 10, 15, 20 people within an event. Say it's a 2-day event. You can easily talk to that many people that quickly in the breaks alone. You can find out really quickly, is this somebody I would like to have on my show? You talk to them, you find out, you get to know them, you ask them what you could do to help them. There are all these great techniques. We'll show you that too. And you'll find out very quickly if this is someone you think you would like to have on your show. Then you say, hey, I have this live internet television show. We can provide exposure for you and your business. Would you like to come on and be interviewed? We have not been turned down yet. So you get to choose who you bring on. People just, wow, you do what? They're amazed by it. So it's very valuable time spent and money spent to go to these events.
Yeah, and we have met some incredible folks by going to events like that. But not only that, when we're meeting these people, the networking continues because they connect us with people who connect us with people. And the other thing is, I'm not sure how to even verbalize it, but it is amazing to me how we just continually get connected to like-minded individuals, like-minded in entrepreneurialism, not always like-minded in the business niche because everything's different. And that's where the learning comes in.
Yeah.
Because Brian and I have been afforded the opportunity to learn some things from some people that we never would have had we not gone to events or connected with some of these people. Just amazing.
How many times, Kathy, have we been introduced ourselves to someone we don't know, and then we get to know them just a little bit, and we're like, whoa, this one's kind of off the planet. How can I get out of this one? And you talk for 5 more minutes, and then you go, wait a minute, they're not as out there as I thought, and end up being a very valuable resource for information. They can end up being a business partner or even a very tight business friend moving forward. But that's happened many times. Where if I was doing this alone, particularly alone, there's times that Kathy said, come here, you got to meet this guy. And I'd come up there, my first impression would be, oh my goodness, who are you introducing me to, Kathy? But she had already gotten through that step where she had realized this isn't some crazy guy off the planet. And after the first 5 minutes, after doing this while listening to this guy talk, I understood what he was about. I was like, wow, this guy is actually very fascinating, very interesting. I want to hear more. So yeah, these events are just, we can't say enough how valuable they are. So be sure to get out there. Craig Duswalt holds them on a regular basis. Maurice Domino, several do it.
Coming up in October.
Yeah, yeah. So definitely go. Just go.
Yeah.
Just make the decision and go. That's what we did with this show. To be honest, we put together the minimal amount of equipment when we didn't know what we were doing really. I just used a traditional little webcam that was in the lid of a very inexpensive laptop. We made it work. It wasn't the most beautiful, as you can see if you click on past shows and look at many of our past shows, but it's a continual work in progress. The beauty of this is you won't have to go through the trials and tribulations to the extent that we have. There will be some, no doubt. There's technology involved, and with technology, things go wrong, tweaks need to be made, you have to fine-tune things, but we help you with all that as well. You don't have to go through the pain and suffering that we went through.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to say that's the great thing about what we put together, Brian, and that is we have got a seamless step-by-step process. We have one program where it's done for you and we take you through that exclusively. We have another part of that program where you can do it yourself. And then we have yet another where we have a membership site and we bring you through some other avenues with coaching. We've got some one-on-one programs. So we just want to let you know, whatever it is that you choose, we have something that is strategically in place for you to help your business and whatever it is that you're doing, whether it be offline or online. So we have, again, put together comprehensive programs that are going to help you transition so that you can have a professional looking program just like we have here as well.
Exactly. And for anyone looking for more information that you can't find or hear on this particular recording, just click on the Become a Celebrity link above, and that's on celebritycreators.com and or internetcitadel.com until that website is taken away. And once we've completed our shift over to Celebrity Creators, it will be on both. But go to celebritycreators.com or internetcitadel.com and click on Become a Celebrity, and you'll get all the details, information, the various packages involved and available. It will save you literally nearly a year of development time, of trial and error, of different technologies that we've tried, of different, oh my goodness, the variables, the different hardware components. We've been through, I won't say it all, but nearly. And it's been a ride. It's been a fun ride, but we've gone through a lot of the pain so that you won't have to. Now we provide it to you, and we will actually help you every step of the way. Hold your hand, A to Z, and every step in between. Does that come on the camera? That's good.
We're gonna help you become a celebrity. See, this is live. It's live.
All right, we got some entertainment too.
Yes, because we're live on the program right now.
And those are the types of, that's what makes it real, folks. I mean, you know, you might be looking at that going, boy, these guys aren't that professional. We already said we're not professionals at this. But this, if you do this and you have a cattail going by, or if you have a cell phone going off with a nice catchy tune, by the way, or something.
Because I forgot to turn the thing off.
Yeah, or a dog comes in and barks, or the leaf blower outside fires up, or anything. You know, you just never know what's going to happen one day or the next. I have Harleys that go by the back of my house, and they are loud, and you can hear them in the background sometimes. This stuff happens. Go with the flow. Have fun. Don't make it, you know, a rigid, oh, we got to be perfect. You would try to achieve perfection, but don't rely on, you know, don't get all stressed out about it. If something happens, go with the flow and have a good time. This is fun. We have a lot of fun doing this show.
Yes, we absolutely do. And you want to know something? With that being said, it is getting close to us. It's getting close to us to sign off already.
I'm having too much fun. We can't stop. We cannot stop. Well, what types of parting words? We just want to let you know that this is something anybody can do. In summary, really, it won't completely put you in the poorhouse to do this. Given all of the things that we can show you, we're going to actually save you a lot of money and time and grief. You won't have to go through all the different pieces of hardware trial and error that we have gone through. We will help you to become a celebrity in your business or niche by live video, but not just live video. Also, what else, Kathy, in your area of expertise?
Well, absolutely. We're going to show you how to market your program via several social media avenues. And we're going to give you one-on-one attention for that and one-to-many attention on that. So depending on what it is that you go with, we're going to make sure that you are truly a celebrity when we get finished and go through the entire program with you.
And folks that sign up for our coaching program, for one, will be eligible to get a slot on our show. We are booked solid for the next few months, but we will open a slot and bring on folks who get involved in our coaching program. So that will give you extra exposure and branding as well. But with that being said, we're about ready to sign off, huh, Kathy?
I think so, Brian. Thank you so much for sharing this space and time with me again. It's always absolutely a blast. I'm excited to be able to share the fact that we are now the celebrity creators, that we have put together these fantastic programs together with a lot of hard work and sweat and months. The other thing that I want to interject real quick is we're going to continue to do our Celebrity Creator Show every Tuesday night. That's 100% free 100% of the time. And we hope to see you next Tuesday. Brian, back to you.
All right. We appreciate you spending your valuable time with us tonight. We look forward to seeing you each and every Tuesday. On that note, be sure to click on the register link above, and that will give you automatic notification of not only when our next show will be, but who will be on that in the overall subject line. So be sure to register. That's all we do is announce when the next show will be coming up, and that way you won't have to kind of, you know, sit there and remember when was that show again, because you'll get an email roughly an hour or two before showtime and one immediately upon registering above. With that, I would like to say thanks once again. We will see you this next Tuesday. We bid you farewell. Good night.
Good night.